Okay, I'm live. Hooray for being live. It is I, Becca Lori Hector, here once again with Being Becca Live. It is my weekly live stream where I chit chat with you guys about kind of the challenges of being an adult autistic alive right now and not when research catches up with us. And that's what we do here on Being Back Alive. And this week will be no different. As you see, I am back on the couch. And that is what we are going to talk about today. We're going to chat about the roller coaster that is recovery from burnout, because that is all I can think about right now. I am well into this recovery piece, place. I don't know what to call it. And I am reminded on an almost daily basis about how long and annoying the recovery from burnout is, right? Um, you're like, okay, I recognized it. I went through all that lovely list of all the things I needed to change. I've made most of those changes already, and I'm starting to reap the benefits of that. But you guys, um, it's not a straight, you know, easy climb, right? It's not like because I've decided that I am on the recovery of burnout, it's just better, right? And so, what really recovery, burnout recovery looks like is a roller coaster, right? It's like you have a good day, and then because you do things with your good day, blah, you crash, and then you have another couple of days where you don't really even have the energy to do anything, right? Because you had that one good day. And the hope is that the days for recovery in between get shorter and that the amount of good days begin to add up, right? And that the cycle happens more quickly, right? With less recovery days. But I'm not there yet. So I had a couple of good days last week. Um, and I am now in recovery again. It's exhausting. It's also, um, you know, the other stresses of your life, the things like your financial stresses or paying your bills or um, going to work or, um, just being able to take care of your basic responsibilities don't go away. So there are still some of those things that you have to push through and do, even when you're in burnout. And that extends, of course, the recovery period. Um, but because I am not exactly stress free entirely yet in my life, I'm still on this like uphill climb of recovery. And what I feel like is I was on an uphill climb last week. I got to the top of the hill, I had a good day, and then I crashed. And so, what I'm looking forward to is more frequent days of feeling good and less days in between those moments. That's what I'm working towards. And I'm trying right now to find every little tiny, tiny bit of self kindness that I can find right now for myself because there are things that big projects that I'm involved in. And the research is one of them, but I'm not alone in that. So I have a team working with me on that. But I think the thing that's really driving me fucking crazy. And I maybe I just need to talk about it. It's driving me fucking crazy. I have this book to write. It has been my mission to write this book. I want to tell this story. I want to leave it behind. I want to tell it. I want to leave it. I'm tired of telling it, but I bore myself right now. I'm boring to me. So, and I'm tired and I'm tired of listening to myself. And because of that, the writing has become incredibly difficult because when I'm writing, I'm not writing about somebody else. I'm writing memoirs, so I'm writing about me. And not only that, I'm not writing about all the best times in my life. I'm writing about these really big traumatic places in my life. So, as much as I want to recover because I need to be able to write, the writing is something that's holding me back from recovering really any quicker than I can. Right. So it's a catch 22, and I'm so fucking annoyed by it because I'm already late. Right. I'm already behind on the writing because of burnout. So it's been a lot of annoying places to be in. Like as a writer, I'm annoyed. I'm annoyed that I don't like my writing voice right now. I'm annoyed that I have to go back to these really traumatic periods and relive them and describe them to the best of my ability. I'm annoyed by, here's another one. And if there are any other writers out there, hi, Bernard, you're out there. Um, I'm annoyed by word counts right now. I'm annoyed by the idea that this book is supposed to have 60,000 words and 10 chapters, and therefore each chapter has to have 6,000 words. I'm annoyed by it. I just want to tell the story. So that's my newest hump in the writing thing, is I'm not going to do word count anymore. F that. If you don't like the way the story comes out, if it's not long enough for you, I'll go back and I'll add shit. But I got to get through it, right? And I'm not going to get through it if I'm sitting there obsessing on how many words I'm writing a day and how many, hey, Bill, and how many chapters I'm through and what I owe them and all of that shit, because that's not kind to my brain and it's not helping my recovery from burnout. It's not going to help me to write any faster. So I've got to get over that piece as well. But I have started writing. I've started thinking about it and writing about it and how I want to approach it and the voice in which I want to write it. Right. And all of that stuff. And so, hey, Ross, I'm so glad to see you today. I'm glad that you guys meet it today, because I want to talk to my friends right now. That's how I feel. Like, it's crazy to me that I'm writing this book, and I know that when I go to sleep at night, I'm like, yes, I have the power, right? I'm only a writer if I'm writing, and all of those other things, and this book could be the beginning to other books, and you know all of this other stuff, right? All of this that our brains do, the cycles, the loops, the negative self-talk. And I'm trying to fight it because I know that stuff doesn't help me with the burnout. I know it doesn't help me to recover, right? So also, I'm in this place of recovery where I now need to do a little cleanup, which you guys should be familiar with, right? As we crash into burnout, we're doing our best to hold on and do all of our responsibilities, and things fall through the cracks, man. So I'm looking through my old emails, making sure I followed up with everybody. Like, did I screw up and not put something in my calendar? Do I owe somebody money? Do I owe someone an appointment? All of that shit. So I've been doing that stuff too. And trying to be kind to myself about that, right? Like, it's okay if those things fell through the cracks. You were doing your best. You're doing your best, and now you're gonna, right? All of that shit. And so that's kind of where I'm at, kind of in everything. I'm in that roller coaster of recovery. I'm trying to be kind to myself about the roller coaster and understand that, a good day is a good day. It's still a good day. Give it credit for being a good day, even if you have 3 days of recovery after it, right? Even if you have to call out sick, even if you have to do other things, right? It's that not giving into the inertia, just understanding that I need to take a few days and chill and then get back up on it, right? And this is what the recovery looks like, folks. It's not a light switch. It doesn't turn back on. We don't get up and jump from the couch and say, okay, I'm ready to get back at it, right? We have adjustments to make. We have to then adjust to our adjustments and transition through them. And then, there's other components of that recovery, that it's not like when you get a cold and then, you're sort of better in a few days, right? It's a long recovery period, and it looks like a roller coaster. That's what it looks like. So if you are living with someone or loving someone that is processing through recovery from burnout, understand that's what it looks like. You may have a great day with them, and you may not have another great day with them for another 2 weeks, right? It doesn't happen like that. So give us a break, be kind to us about it, and remind us to be kind to ourselves about that recovery, because we can't control the speed at which it happens. We cannot control the ups and downs. We're just sort of riding it to the best of our ability in that moment. And so any support through that is always welcome. Hey, Joe. And then what else? So I'm in there. So am I in a great mental health space right now? No, I'm on one of my recovery days, though. I'm on an uptick, which is awesome, right? But I don't have spoons to spare right now. I just don't. And I'm being careful where I'm putting them and careful where I'm using them and all of those things. But that's truly where I'm at, and I need to get past this place that I'm in with the book. So with the writing, I know that I'm writing about ugly things. I just need to get past it. I need to say to myself, this is the last time I'll really have to talk about it or write about it, right? Because if anybody wants to know the story after this, I'm just going to give them the book. Here's the story. I don't feel like talking about it anymore. Why? Because I'm fucking bored. I've been talking about the same shit for the last 10 years and I bore myself. And so if you have any advice in that realm, I would love them in the comments. Feel free to send it as an email, info@beccalaurie.com, whatever works for you. But I would love writing advice. I would love to know how you deal with writing about the hard things, and finding the energy to do it, and where you find that energy, and how you push through. As a writer to writer, I would love that advice, autism aside. So if you've got any, send it my way. I surely would love it. And as I mentioned, I am in a recovery place. As you can see, I'm surrounded. There's Miller behind me. He's my dude. He sleeps with me every night with Schmidt, and he spends the day at my head if I'm in my spot. He's my dude. And then I have Antonia's cat is right here. That's Pansy. Say hi, Pansy. Okay, her name is Anara. We call her Anara Pants because she's got really fluffy back legs, and where her paws kind of stop, or where her paws begin rather towards the bottom, her fluff just stops, and it looks like she's wearing fluffy pants. It really does. And then of course the dogs are here too. Sorry for making you nauseous. The puppies, right? They're there too. Everybody's kind of around and quiet with me right now. And yeah, we're just kind of chilling, and we're going to try to get some writing done and try to push through and all of the stuff that we have to do today. But that's my support system, right? I don't lie about it. When I talk about how much I love my animals and how important they are to my mental health, this is what I mean. They are literally like my posse. They're just here, man. And I love them with all of myself. And so thank you, Bernard. I might reach out. I just need some little motivation, some little like stuff, right? Chapter headings first. Yeah, I sort of have done that part already, Joe. I'm like, I've set out the outline and all of that stuff, and I'm in the writing of it, and I'm having to relive it. And when you relive it, it's ugly, just as ugly as it was the first time. In fact, it might even be uglier, the trauma, as I'm processing through it this time, as I'm writing it down. Coffee. Yes, I'm well up on that. Right here with you. I just can't even write meow. That's where I am. Coffee. I'm here with my animals. I'm in comfy clothes. I'm not forcing showers, right? I showered yesterday. I don't have to shower today. All of that shit. Oh, new glasses, right? I got my new glasses so I can see and everything now. All of that's all. My health is in better shape. So everything's kind of going, right, in the right direction. It's just, of course, never as fast as we all want it to be. But anyway, as I'm processing through this trauma to write it, and I want to think about this part, right? It's with all of this 10 years of knowledge that I have gleaned through this process, right? Thank you, Joe. That I've gleaned through it, right? This process is that as I go through them, I can really see with clarity how the trauma is built upon themselves. And it's really sad. It's sad when I'm looking through it as an observer, right? As observing my past and sort of looking at it through that past lens. But the whole thing, it just makes me really sad. And I know I lived through it, and it shouldn't make me sad because look where I am and blah, 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 and all of that stuff. But I'm still sad for little me as I go through it. And I'm sad for other people in my life who truly wanted to help me, but didn't know any better, right? Like my mom. But a lot of what happened isn't okay. And it wasn't okay for me. And I have scars from it. And when I have to think about those things, and now that we know better, right? It's, I wish I could like reach back and stop it, right? But that is why I do what I do. And that's why I want to tell the story, because it shouldn't be repeated, right? And if we know better, we do better in theory, right? If people read it, and that's the reason for it. But it's a process, Joe says. And she says, slow, fast, slow. And yes, that's how it feels, right? It's like but what I hope is that the slow times get shorter and the fast times become more frequent. And I hit some sort of balance where, I'd love to have a good day, a bad day, a good day, a bad day, I'd love to be in that place, right? Because the balance is created. And I know I'll be moving forward, but it's getting there. It's getting better. And I'm doing the things that I know I'm supposed to be doing and for myself. And I'm trying to eat better, and I'm trying to get outside a little bit more as the weather is getting nicer. Though today we got a blast of cold, you guys. I am not setting foot out there. It's fucking freezing. Yeah, I'm just trying to maintain it. right? Because I know I didn't get there. It's like I say to you, I didn't get there overnight, so I'm not going to get out of it overnight. And I'm just saying all of those things to myself, but it's still frustrating. And it's frustrating that I can't do the things that I need to do, because the thing about writing is it's all about you, man. It's like, it comes from in here. It's all about sitting down and typing. And somebody like Stephen King talks about writing, just write 600 words a day, man. If you can write 600 words a day, you're staying in it. And I may not be able to write that much today or tomorrow, whatever, but sticking with it and keeping in motion is the same. With the writing is the same idea behind the inertia. Even if I write just a little today, at least I'm writing and I'm still going, right? So that's where I'm at, and I'm trying to kind of be there with it. But that's the honest truth, right? It's a process, and right now, it's annoying, and I'm frustrated by it, and I'm annoyed by it, and I'm saddened by it, and I'm angry by it, and all of those things. But I'm also trying to be kind to myself about it, because it's just the reality, right? It's not, I can't make it go any faster. So, yeah, that's where I'm at. Thank you, Joe. Joe said, I am doing it, and it sounds like I need a bit of encouragement. Find your flow. Yes, I do. So, any encouragement you have to send my way, any joy you have to spare and share, any of that good stuff, please send it my way. Man, I need it. I need it so that I remember the reason I'm writing, so that I find the energy to do it, so that I push through on the hard days and all of that stuff. I need it. I need my own cheering section. And if you guys can be that for me, I would sure love you. And appreciate you. So that's where I'm at, you guys. And that's sort of where I'm going to cut today's Being Back Alive, because I just don't have any more spoons to give. I don't. I'm going to go take care of myself, eat a little something, drink a little more coffee, make sure I'm balancing it with water, because I do live up in the mountains. And yeah, get out there and continue the recovery. So send me your words of encouragement. Send me your sharing joy. Get out there and do the same for yourself, because that's where we get our energy from, is from all the joy. So get out there and seek joy, create joy, share joy, all the joys. I will be here writing. So if you have lovely messages, comments, on my social media, the sharing thereof, or anything else, I sure do appreciate it. Your thumbs up and thumbs down mean a ton in terms of content. Sorry, someone just sent a message. Ross says, keep going. It's not surprising. It's tough. It sounds like you're making great inroads. If you can separate it out and still find space to think about other stuff, if not, you may just have to push through or take a little break and keep pushing. It's all worth it. Go for it. Thank you, Ross. I appreciate it. That's the stuff I want to see coming my way. I love you, Mill. My little Millie's boy, my little polydactyl baby. And he's keeping me company as I push through, and I will. So thank you guys for joining me today. I really appreciate it. I will be back here next Wednesday for the next Being Back Alive. I hope to see you there. Until then, I will see you out and about on the interwebs, in between all the writing that I will be doing. Have a good one, you guys. I sure love you. Bye.